We're now in Eugene, Oregon, and we're making our way up to Washington State. But I do have to say, we're going to have fun today. One thing I want to point out is we've been full-time in our RV for about 4 years now. And I have to say, one of the funnest things that we've been experiencing is just meeting all kinds of different people throughout the United States. But what's even funner is when we reconnect. So there are a few people that we keep crossing paths with, we keep in touch with, and today we're actually going to cross paths with Bryan and Cindy. So we met them a couple of years ago at the Tampa RV show. They recognized us, and we actually stopped and talked to them. We were in the Camping World building. So here we are standing by the toilets and the plumbing supplies for about 2 hours talking with these guys. We had such a good time. And we've kept connected. Well, this is the first time we're actually crossing paths. We're in the same area. So we're going to meet with them today. And they've got a new rig and a new truck, which is more than a truck, I think. It's pretty cool. This will be interesting. But this is one of the fun things, being full-time and constantly reconnecting. We just left Ron and Jody that we met in Salt Lake City, and we reconnected with them in Jacksonville, Oregon. And this summer we're going to be in Glacier National Park, and we're going to reconnect with Pat and Paul from Minnesota. We met them in Fort Myers, and we've reconnected with them a lot. So this is going to be a fun day reconnecting with Bryan and Cindy and seeing their new home, as they are pretty new full-timers. Let's go. Here we go. We're going to have to talk more about this. This is hot. So Cindy is the driver here, if you can believe it.
What percentage does Cindy drive?
When we're connected, she's driven 100% so far.
100%.
Okay. Wow.
Wow.
Connected not as in Wi-Fi, connected as in
to the trailer.
The gadget right here, connected to the Fullhouse DRV, which is right here. And you'll notice the cute little Mercedes-Benz smart car here. We can talk about that later.
How do I get in here, Cindy?
You want to step up and grab both sides with your hands and come straight up.
Yeah. Are we ready? All right.
So come on up. Woo! Welcome aboard.
Wow. All right, here we are inside. This is living quarters in here.
It is. There's a refrigerator here,
Wow.
microwave,
Wow.
and then this folds into a bed, or it can be used as a
Oh my
desk.
gosh. It's a
And then
table.
This is a bunk, but for us, it is storage.
Storage, yeah.
And there's storage, like this silly stuff has storage everywhere.
Wow.
I mean, it is just everywhere.
Wow. This is great.
I mean, it's
Oh
just
man.
crazy. And this is a fold-down ladder.
Oh.
So that's how you get in and out of the bunk if you are ever to choose to do that.
Wow.
But because we still work, we have our suitcases and our business clothes still up there.
You guys are ready for everything.
And then this is a refrigerator.
Home.
No, this is Haas.
Haas?
Haas.
Why Haas?
Because that's little Joe, and and we're pulling the Ponderosa. So,
No kidding.
and my dad and I used to watch Bonanza all the time.
yeah.
So,
All right, Mark is going to attempt
Are you gonna go
to
from
get
the
up here.
oh, sorry.
All right, now don't tell me how to do it. I'm gonna just figure it out myself.
Okay, when we have to take you to the emergency room, is that okay?
All right.
He does make noise.
Oh, yeah, don't hit my head. That wasn't too bad.
Oh.
Kind of feel like a man. All right, we'll be getting ready pretty soon.
Oh my God.
God. Look at this. They even got matching floor mats with blue little logos.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that. Cool.
Look at a place for the walkie-talkies, the Garmin, the place for the phone,
And cup holders.
cup holders.
And
What
we have a cubby.
Wow. And then,
And this whole thing is
and what's that?
that
Oh.
is the 3 cameras on the trailer. This
Oh.
is the 2 cameras on the truck.
Oh, well, they only got 5 cameras here and 3 cameras here.
Oh, and the dash cam. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, so 3, 4, 5, only 6 cameras.
Right. And a CB
Breaker.
for 1.9.
Look at this. And if you have any surgical procedures, they have gloves up here.
XXL gloves.
How many owners owned this truck before you guys bought it?
Well, there were 2. One was commercial, and he was used as a truck hauler in Portland. And then the gentleman that we bought it from, Bob, bought it, converted it, singled it, and created the custom bed to carry the smart car.
Yeah.
And we bought that from him last year at the National HDT Rally, heavy duty truck, in Hutchinson, Kansas.
So the singling, I assume, is taking off one of the axles.
And they midpoint it rather than leaving one, they move it to the center.
Okay. And they take that off because A, you don't need the capacity to be wearing all those extra tires out and listening to all that racket back there. Okay.
There's not much racket. This thing's actually pretty quiet.
So how big is the engine?
It's a
Volvo.
Volvo D13, which is a 13-liter, and it's 425 horsepower.
It's automatic.
Wow.
It's automatic 12-speed.
Wow. It's 13 liters, but it's 425 horse. I'm 9 liters, 450 horse. I have 1250 foot-pounds torque. You have to have more than that, probably.
Yeah, we have, I think this has between 1850 and 1900.
Oh my God. Torque. That's what it's all about. You got a choice between marrying that guy and that guy. Get the one with the more torque.
God.
You know what I mean?
Little marriage counseling.
No, that was a pro tip.
It's 2016 Volvo, and it had 450,000 miles when we bought it.
Really?
Which, according to what they say, 100,000 miles on a big truck is like 10,000 on a dually.
You're breaking it in.
And it runs like crazy.
Wow.
But it gets almost 9 miles a gallon pulling that big old thing.
Serious?
Yeah.
Wow. So you didn't just jump in this truck, never driving anything before. What's your background? Because you've driven big things before.
Pulled horse trailers, big living quarters horse trailers.
Okay.
But 38 foot was the longest one I ever pulled.
And what is this?
45.
Wow, okay.
And
Big difference.
Yeah, and it's heavier. It's way heavier than anything I've ever pulled. But I've never driven one of these before.
Yeah.
So this evens the playing field. When I didn't have the brake controller set correctly for the trailer coming over.
Yeah.
And I hit the brakes and I'm like, something's not right. And then I realized I didn't have trailer brakes.
Ooh.
And it stopped it without a problem.
Wow. So did you drive this thing a lot before you hooked up the trailer?
And so I drove it around Denver, and I drove it all the way down to Elk City, Oklahoma, to Rolling Retreats, where we got our RV.
Oh, okay. So you're driving it around without the trailer.
Yes.
Getting comfortable.
And the
Okay.
first time we hooked it up,
Yeah.
that was a little puckery.
Really? You could tell.
Because you didn't know what it was going to feel like. You didn't know how it was going to turn. You
Right.
didn't know how long it was going to take to stop.
Yeah.
So we went out for a little drive, and he and I went to a huge soccer field and practiced backing.
So my excuse for never driving the Dutch Star is I never drove anything big, so I'm not feeling so bad. Cindy had some experience. She had training wheels. I've had nothing. And there you have it.
We just take the stops off. We put the ramps. They go in the same hole. He drives it up, and we put he puts the ramps away, and we put these back on, and we have little baskets that go over the wheels that tie it down. And Literally, we can get the car off in about 15 minutes.
Okay.
That's
So-
20 to load it.
And that is the little guy we're talking about right over there.
Yeah, so Brian,
Oh my God,
when
it's
you have to
actually-
drive this thing up here,
Oh,
how
I would
quick
love to
once
see
you
that.
go do you have to slam on the brakes?
You don't stop. So our rule is,
Unless
Yell
something's
stop.
really bad.
unless something, only if
So
something
I
really
get in
bad.
here and
I actually have a pro tip on this,
Okay, we need to hear that one.
which is you've got to make sure that the ramps are square.
Yeah.
Right, you've got to make sure they're perpendicular with the bed, and then when you pull the car up, you have to make sure it's completely square.
Yeah. What stops you once you get up there?
we've got the same things
Oh,
on
you've
the
got
other
that.
end.
Okay, got
And,
it.
and then the basket goes over, they hook into here, and it just ratchets right down to this. It's really
Okay.
pretty slick.
So does anybody pull the cars up rather
Yeah.
than drive?
The 16 and 17s have enough torque to get up. The other ones are a little iffy, so a lot of them have winches that will pull them up.
Are you starting at a dead stop where
Yes.
your tires are touching the ramp?
Yes.
And then you're in, is that an automatic or?
Yes.
It's an automatic.
Okay, and are you tromping it?
No.
Not exactly tromping it, but I have one hand on the emergency brake
Yeah.
and one foot on the gas.
So, touching the ramp, dead stop, trumpet, and you're humping on here.
It's a 3-liter turbo. That little smart car's made by Mercedes.
Wow.
There you go.
Put the whole gym drone up, honey. All
Right,
the way
there
up.
we go.
Okay, wait a second. Here, wait. I'm
Hopefully,
a little slow here.
hopefully it's aimed right.
Okay, so this
Wow.
is the OGym drone. Doesn't require a license. And it's very, very economical.
Not always accurate because I don't know where I'm aiming it.
Okay.
Wow.
So, oh my God, is this a treat? You can literally stand in here
They did.
and work on stuff.
On the side of the road when we blew the radiator hose.
You look at the shaft here, and you got this U-joint, and you got this giant gearbox before it goes to these links that operate the arms. And then,
Oh, he's going to get all geeked out.
yeah, and then you look at this. This is
Hang on to
all
He's petty.
cast.
Yes.
It's all cast
Easy,
steel.
big boy. Easy.
And then, a little vibration connection here. And we got to go back to the casting again, But I mean, look at how long this engine is and how wide. And then I'm looking at the frickin' fan. The fan it's got to be 30 inches in diameter.
What happened at Blue Beacon?
Well, we took it in for the first time to have it washed before we went to Quartzsite because we were going to see all our HDT friends. And they knocked this off and broke the stem, and we went flat. Nice people.
And the Chan man
So they
that's
were
in
able to
charge of
fix
worrying
it.
about things. is,
Yeah.
I'm going to worry about this now until you call me personally one day and say that you've taken these and you've abandoned them all and reverted to the cap, because the cap will be sticking out only about as far as my fingernail.
Why
I'll call
is
you.
that sticking out so far?
Because that's
Anyways,
the flow through.
These are the more logical to use kind, because your sensor, this is sensor 1, it'll tell his TSD,
Oh, okay,
hey,
it's a
I
sensor.
could probably use 4 pounds before you start your trip today, and you can come out here and easily do it. I have a little bit more monkey business where I have to screw it off. I just lost a quarter of a pound or something. Then I have to guess how much I'm going on, come off, put my sensor back on, and see what it reads if I'm anal retentive enough to want my meter.
Anal retention?
Well, believe it or not, I've
This
tried
could
to
be
learn.
an all-day affair
I've learned
here.
my lesson. What I've done is, and I don't know if you have this. You did say that you have the Viair. I've
Off your page.
Yep.
We have
Thank you.
the
Thank you.
OGym page.
people that are actually supporting us to help pay for all this nonsense.
guys.
We ended up buying the Viair digital gauge, and
We
now
also got that.
you did good, because what I've done
Because
is I can't stand.
Mark said we should have it.
I can't stand all of the monkey business to try to get it exactly right, and I decided that I'm going to do everything the same way. I'm going to go on the tire with my digital Viair, And then when it's, let's say I want 125 PSI, then I'm going to stay on it for like 10 seconds. Let off, I got 125, and then as long as I felt that I've gotten it off the same way that I did all the other ones, that's as good as it's going to get. It's as good as it's going to get for me. And if I screw my little thing on there and I got a 1 pound more than I wanted, you know, that's just too bad. Look at this, honey. He's got Centromatics balance.
I noticed that.
Did you really?
I really did. I'm like, oh, that looks familiar.
Your mission is done here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to get a trucker for a girl.
Oh, brother.
Yeah. Yep. Look at this. And it comes free with this dog. This is animated, isn't it? This is battery powered?
Animatronic, yeah.
Yeah, animatronic.
Welcome to our house.
Okay, so I see they have Berkey, which we don't have.
I love that thing.
Yeah,
We have an
says
ice maker,
that.
so we make our ice. So
Whose desk is that?
that's Bryans.
That's where Bryan
We
works.
took out the dinette and the 2 chairs,
Yeah.
and we put a console table in here.
Okay, and I'm assuming you guys don't have top secret jobs?
There's nothing that you're going to see that's...
Okay, good.
So we should say that Bryan and Cindy are still working, so they've got it set up pretty sweet.
Dishwasher.
Wow, nice.
Wow.
And we brought our own furniture. We brought our own TVs. We had better TVs than they had. So it didn't make sense not to, and you can always get them to opt out of it.
Okay.
So
when you go to order.
you had this built.
We did. We custom built it.
So you said, don't put any chairs in, we're bringing our own.
Right. And
Wow.
they had a dinette table that's in our storage.
Oh, okay.
We knew this is what we were going to do, but
Yeah.
until you actually get it and know how big it is, it's kind of hard to guess. But this worked.
Right.
We found this table in Las Vegas, and we just put a strap around it when we travel.
Oh,
So, did you guys have to have a contest to see who would get this office versus having your own private office here?
With my own window.
well, you gotta see too.
Look
This
at-
is
with-
a pretty nice
with-
door here too. You know.
With the
Close
stand-up desk.
And no, it goes up and
Oh.
down. So when we
Oh,
travel,
is that nice?
or on weekends, we just lay this down,
Yeah.
send it up, and
Yeah.
then we have all this space available. We can sit back here and play cards or
Oh,
eat dinner or
nice.
whatever.
Okay.
This is our deck.
Nice.
Oh, that's that. Oh my God.
It's that easy.
To put the deck out.
Wow.
And there's an awning out here too.
Wow.
Look at that.
And the dogs love this. They come out during the day and sit out.
Wow.
And we have screen doors and glass doors.
Yeah.
And this is just storage. I mean, it's a queen size bed, but we're not going to put anybody up there. We have the condo.
Yeah.
Oh
Is
yeah.
our- we have a rolling guest room.
Yeah.
So we've just got our winter clothes up there.
Nice.
We got it all equipped. We got a printer.
And there's the
There's-
router.
Our router up there.
Wow.
All of our office supplies are in here.
Do you have a pre-departure list? Okay. They email me and they want to know what ours is.
Right.
And what
But
ours
it's different
is,
for everyone.
It is.
it's
so-
different for everyone, but you know, a fifth wheel person will be kind of looking at fifth wheel stuff, you know.
Right.
A motorhome person will be looking at motorhome stuff. And we used to have a motorhome one, and I guess we do. But
I haven't.
we literally don't use it, which I'm not necessarily advocating. I think a person should use a list. I think because we're retired and I'm so slow by nature, you know, like when I'm walking around, it's pretty easy for me to think of something because I got a lot of time. If I'm going from here to there, I got a lot of time to think about stuff, you know. So you lock that now there.
Yep.
This doesn't need a lock?
This goes right up against here.
Okay. Okay.
So, so we can get to the refrigerator. We cannot get ice.
Yeah.
First trip, found out we couldn't get ice. We now fixed that. We have a bag of ice that we put in the truck.
Okay.
So,
And then
so
we
this
can get to all of this.
So this actually bumps up against the counter.
Yeah, this comes into here. So.
But you can still get to the silverware drawer, and you can get to the garbage. So.
Okay.
Oh, even when this slides in. Oh, nice.
And when this slides in, can you get to this side of the stove? Or can you stand there? No. Okay.
No, but when this door didn't unlock like it was supposed to, I had to go in the back door,
Yeah.
squeeze through a little spot like that, which you can imagine, and then I had to get on top of this and crawl over to here to unlock the door.
The life of an RVer.
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought it was pretty fun.
Okay, so you
it's
can
an
get through
obstacle
this.
course.
When this goes, it covers most of the door, but you were able to
About
get through
this
there.
much, yeah.
Okay.
And we can get to the bathroom,
Yeah,
the
we can
bedroom,
get in
and the
that way.
refrigerator
Yeah.
with the slides in.
So what model is this again?
It's a Drv Fullhouse Jx450,
And this is what year?
2021.
2021.
And this is the older color. Now they have a real white.
Oh.
Like, what is it? It's called Irish cream, and this is latte. So.
Look at this.
Oh, I love that.
That is the Victron.
Oh,
And it
press some buttons and show. Is it mixing the power now?
Yeah.
I love it when it's got that little picture.
We like pictures.
Yeah.
One more here. There you go.
That one, yeah.
Wow.
So explain what the picture is doing there. Like the grid is 600 or 582.
That's what we're pulling off the grid.
Right, and then the inverter, of course, is in the middle. Right, here's actually what we're using.
Yeah.
Okay, our solar, we're not pulling anything because it doesn't need to right
Yeah.
now.
Because it's fully charged.
And then here is the batteries, the state of charge. So this says float, meaning it's not accepting any
Yeah.
charge, and that's why
Yeah.
the solar panels aren't.
Yeah.
But what happens is that when you're using a lot of power, or if you're just on battery, the batteries will actually supplement
Yeah.
through the inverter
Yeah.
to your usage.
I like that. Yeah, you know, if I ever,
Sure.
if I could do it over again, I would have had a system like that, and I would have had lithium put in right away. I made the mistake of literally within weeks after I bought my rig, I discovered that the batteries were toast. So I did my homework and I bought the best AGM batteries I could buy at the time, which were Lifeline, because I poo-pooed the $1,000 a battery on the lithium, not understanding that that really is the way to go to do it right the first time. And,
Yep.
you know,
Well, and there was an upgrade that we did. We have never filled our propane tanks in 7 months.
wow.
We have cheap heat.
Huh.
And
Yeah.
it's a plenum that sits on top of the gas one that's electric. So as long as we're on 50 amp or we are
Yeah.
mixing, we can run the furnace. And it runs electric and it heats the entire coach.
Nice.
There's the important thing.
Yep.
Oh, gotta have that if you're full time.
And we had
Got
a
them
220 residential washer and dryer put in.
That's a
So-
must.
And they customized this. They made it longer and put doors on it.
Oh, sweet.
Our dealer, Rolling Retreats, was just awesome. They only do DRV.
Oh,
That's all?
That's it.
That's the whole dealership?
Yep.
Well, they must have everybody in the country flying to
A
them.
lot of people.
Yeah.
Yep. And that closet sitting right there.
Yeah.
That was added also. That's dead space normally.
This is the one that threw me off because it's literally only about
6 inches.
6
yeah.
And it's just enough to make this usable enough so that when you bend over, you don't hit your butt on here and get launched through the window.
Well, and you can, when you're not svelte and thin,
Yeah.
you can make it through here.
Right.
Because otherwise
okay.
it would be into here. And you'd
Yeah.
have to turn in sideways.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when we pull over for the night, if we can kick this out, we're
Yeah.
good.
That's good.
We don't have to kick out any other
Nothing
slides and we're
else.
okay.
Yeah.
We brought our own sleep number bed
Oh, nice.
with us.
Yeah.
It's a regular residential king.
Yeah.
It's a little tight, But
On the
I didn't want to
sides.
give up my bed.
Yeah.
Have you guys went over the mountains a number of times with this?
We keep it really low.
Okay, so you don't have to ever exhaust it. Yeah, you know what? We should really lower ours because we've blown up 2 of them already.
Yeah, well, I don't think we've ever really figured out what is a comfortable number. I mean, I really don't know.
Yeah. So
It's like, oh, this is firm, this is good.
Yeah.
Oh, this is soft, this is
I
good.
just thought
It's
of
like,
something.
I haven't
We're
quite figured it
driving in the
out.
mountains again, and we didn't even look at it. We just went from 1,000 to 4,000.
It's lower now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we have a double hang closet in there. So we literally have 2 different, and we have built-in shelves on either
Waited
side.
until somebody in the park here is running a chainsaw. So, just I hope everybody appreciates that. You know.
Well, I'm glad you waited.
Yeah,
Talk
I mean,
loud.
you look at this bay here. Not many storage bays have this, and I know it's an option that you can order in or order out. But you look at how heavy everything is in here and how it's stacked up to be able to pull this out and be able to
I
get
can
at
pull
it.
it out.
And then
nice.
look at all the Macho Man MPPT Victron energy equipment stuff in here. I mean, you have to be like an amateur electrical engineer when you have a solar system, you know.
Well, or you just have to know the right people to ask.
Yeah.
Good point.
So let's just take a quick look at a couple other things that I noticed here so we can get going to eat here. You'll notice the triple axles, and Bryan was saying that you're hydraulic over electric, or is it electric over hydraulic?
Electric over hydraulic.
Yeah, 3 axles, but these are independent suspension Moride system ones, so pretty much 9,000 per axle. That's the capacity. So pretty much this tire can do whatever the heck it wants to do dancing wise, as well as the other one, and move things around. The stairway to the toy hauler area, that's actually the office. This door that flopped down, super easy. And then let's not forget the custom paint job. But that's a story in itself.
2017 smart car, and a cute little thing. But believe it or not, Bryan fits in there. How tall are you?
Approximately 6'2".
Well, they stopped importing them.
Yeah.
2017 gas is the last year that they brought
Do
these
they
in.
still make these?
They do in Europe, from what I understand.
Okay.
But the electric only had a 132-mile range.
Oh. All right, well, let's get to the restaurant, wherever it is.
Deal.
Mission accomplished. Got our buzzers ready to go.
Having my pretzel custom made, just like their DRV, but mine's only $4.75.
Yeah.
Just like our deal.
And you have to
Yeah.
wait only 8 minutes.